I've been talking to four sisters, actually listening to four sisters, fighting over the family will. Barbara says that her Aunt Virginia's will got changed before her death. She says once her aunt moved near her sister Linda, the money flowed freely in Linda's direction. Now, the two sisters haven't spoken in months. Now, Scott Schomer is a Los Angeles-based attorney who deals with probate, wills, trust, conservatorships in his daily practice. He says there were some ways that Linda could have really safeguarded herself against these allegations. Why do you call it the perfect crime, Scott?
It's because Aunt Virginia's not with us anymore. She's not here anymore to defend herself. All we have is a document and a set of circumstances. It's easy to cast aspersions at somebody. In Linda's defense, it's not unnatural for people to feel a lot of, thankfulness to people that have helped them through hard times. So in many ways, this is not unusual. But on the other hand, if she's the only one that has access to the elderly person, Aunt Virginia, that's the problem.
Well, for example, this will, as I understand it, or some of the ancillary instruments at least, said that if there were transactions over $1,000 that they had to be approved.
No. For power of attorney.
And you wrote 13 checks just under $1,000.
Well, there were 13.
There were 13 checks.
Oh, okay, so maybe there were.
Just under $1,000.
Can I tell you why?
That's what I'm trying to get to, rather than the seminar.
The power of attorney isn't invoked unless she's declared incompetent. She was never declared incompetent. When I asked her,
didn't you
how
say
do you
you
want
wrote
me to
13
handle?
checks just under $1,000 so you didn't activate the process?
No, so I didn't have to put up with his arguing.
Isn't that what I just said?
In different words, I guess. I didn't want to have. He said I had to ask permission.
You're talking around this. I'm just, and I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I don't know. There was a $1,000 cutoff. If you wrote a check over $1,000 and was subject to review.
Right.
And then you started to give me a legal seminar about why that wasn't a fact. But I mean, common sense. That's basically what it said. You wrote 13 checks in the final, not the hours, but in the end of her life.
No,
you
I
wrote
them building the room that she was.
You wrote 13 checks just under $1,000, and you said to our producers, you said, I stopped short of the $1,000. I'd break it up so I didn't have to deal with it.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that just seems to me manipulative. I don't know. I mean, call me silly, but it just seems like that's
my aunt
had
a short period of time in which to get out of there. She wanted to get out of there, and we had to do it in 4 to 6 weeks.
Does that pass the smell test, Scott?
It does not, Dr. Phil. I think you're absolutely right. There's a reason they put these standards in here, and she's obviously working on a way to get around it.
Isn't the bottom line here that you say this is perfect crime because it's just probably not much these guys can do about this if they think something went wrong?
I think that's correct, Dr. Phil.
You never know. You can go file papers, you can take it to court, but bottom line, there's probably not a hell of a lot you can do about this.
No,
if you think something's been done wrong about it. The question becomes, I mean, can I resolve the money matter here? No. I don't know. Would you sell your sister for $72,900?
No.
I mean, come on. You guys, I'm one of those people that kind of does believe in karma. And I don't know. I hear people fighting over money, and I just get this visual in my head of vultures picking a carcass. And I go, it's just really distasteful to me. Your aunt lived her life. She did what she did. The money has been distributed. Everybody benefited in a windfall fashion. Isn't there some point at which you say, you know what, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to cheapen myself by spending the rest of my life being bitter towards my sister over some money that's gone. I mean, it's just...
Not in this family.
But Dr. Phil, it's not about the money. Between me and Linda, it's not about the money.
We always got along until then. Until it was the money.
You can't even agree on why you currently hate each other. And what I'm saying is, look, family is family. And, money comes and money goes. You can get more money. You didn't have any entitlement to any of this money anyway. This is a total windfall. Somebody lived their life, they worked, they saved, and then they died before they could spend it all. And now, so I mean, what difference does it make? Can't you just put that behind you and decide, okay, look, I'm going to try to do something to take the high ground here. I'm going to try to be You know, this situation, like so many I deal with, needs a hero. It needs a hero. It needs somebody to stand up and say, you know what? I'm not going to react. You know, you can call each other names and drama queens and manipulators and stuff, but the point is, life is too short, and you guys are going to miss so much fighting over this money. You've said really ugly things about your sister. You've said really ugly things about your sister. And you're just kind of there going, yeah, I don't want to hear it. At this point, I think you've got the best strategy of the whole thing. I'm serious. You know, you're saying, I'm not going to go there. The money will be gone soon if it's not already. You'll spend it, it'll be absorbed by life, and you'll be right back where you were before you got this windfall. But will you have the relationship with each other? And I wish you would. I hope you do.
How do you get past the hurt
it's a
and
choice.
the lies? And,
it's a choice. It's a choice. I mean, it absolutely, I can talk to you about it till I'm blue in the face, but it's a choice. You just have to decide, I'm not going to put my energy there. I'm going to decide to let this go. It's your choice. You can embrace it. You can become a prisoner of bitterness and resentment and anger and victim city, or you can just say, you know, I'm going to live my life and be happy, and I'm going to wish everybody in my family well. It's a choice, and adults can make those choices. Just think about it. All right, coming up, they got a big inheritance, but now they feel like they're being followed by a black cloud. You're going to find out what happened with this situation after they got the money. We're going to talk about that when we come back.